As far as Mr. Tata is concerned, you go see his history, the way he has, moved from India to a global leader in every aspect. And their focus is always trying to be number one in whichever field they were. And that's where we always talk in our thought process, in our company, in our business as organic wellness. So, as organic wellness, we are in this field and we need to be number one. Not an easy task, comes with a lot of challenges, but the focus stays the same. Mr. Tata or Mr. Mani, they stay always in our vision because the thought process is if they can do it, why not we?
Hi, Mr. Gupta. Welcome to Confab.
Hi, Monica. Thank you so much for the invite. It's a real honor and privilege to be with you.
Could you, tell something about your life journey? How did it start with the idea, with the conception of organic wellness? Where did all the trigger happen?
Well, let me tell you, this happened many, many years back.
Okay.
My first job was with a big multinational company in India and that was somewhere in Mumbai. And as happens, my dad uh, came to drop me to that first job, assuming I'm still a very small child for him, which always you are for your parents.
Absolutely.
And while he was there with me, he commented by lifting one product saying, "My son, from today you start earning a lot of money." Because I was a university gold medalist from LIT, got selected through campus interview. And he said, but make sure during my interaction with him that live a life of purpose. And he shared an amazing story, which I thought I must share here. He took me in Mumbai when you were there. That was one of the only place to be in long time back. That was Marine Drive. And you had steamers and the boats floating around over there. And he asked me, Beta, what is the most important thing which is there in the steamer for it to float? I said, Bapu, kahan yaar, sham ko bhi pareshan kar rahe ho, that is what, as a young person, the thought process normally goes. I said, engine, diesel, petrol. And he kept saying no, and finally said, it's water.
Water. Wow.
I said, Bapu, mein dimag hai bhai,
Bilkul, bilkul.
So he said, if water is not there, it cannot float. And please understand, if the same water enters the boat, what will happen? I said, it will sink. I said, today is my last day because you are an adult from today onwards. Please make sure you make a lot of money in life, but let it never enter your heart. So this was the time where it always pricked me. What does he meant by live a life of purpose? And what organic wellness today is basically taking that life, living a life of purpose in a real sense. This is in real sense what the seed was implanted by my dad long time.
It's incredible how our seniors in the family used to actually live a life of purpose, because if we now compare our family structures, we are going more and more nuclear, and the connectedness in our family is missing. And when we get these examples of to hear and to understand, we kind of see that there is so much that we can contribute, and there is so much that we can give back to society. It's actually a very well thought discussion that you had with your father, which is, I may say, for what you're doing at Organic Wellness. Any life lessons that you learned beyond which triggered more such inquisitiveness in your life?
There would be many, I'm very, very fortunate that way that today, Father Raymond, he was my principal in fourth standard at St. Paul's School, Kota.
Okay.
We are still in touch.
Okay.
He is in fact one of my prime customer too. He runs the chain of St. Anselm schools in Jaipur with over 25,000 students. And I was there in the Silver Jubilee celebration just last month over there, or last month. So I'm very, very blessed that way. And then the kind of conversation when we have with our even school teachers or even my professors who taught me in LIT, there are innumerable instances, small things which really impacted our way of working. Okay, let me tell you another one, which comes from when we were choosing to set up the plant. Mostly people will choose a location which has all the infrastructure.
Hmm.
Okay,
Hmm.
power, water, connectivity, so on and so forth. Okay. But in our case, in organic wellness, since this was a mission driven by a purpose, we were looking at a place where it is real backward area, okay, where really it's a challenge for the local village team members or village people to find a job. See, the
Hmm.
major challenge in our country is these cities are bursting at seams. Okay, because unfortunately in the remote villages the chances or the options or opportunities are literally nil, and I can
बिल्कुल.
talk loud and clear. The reason is I'm operating in that region. Okay,
Hmm.
so we didn't select, in fact the region chose us, I would say other way around. But I had no idea where is this village Babai. What I was looking forward to is a place where really I can really do some authentic work and living a life of purpose. What was the mission driving us? Okay. When we went to this village, we realized there is no power for more than 18 hours. The village
18
kids,
hours.
yes, the village kids, they don't even know what the job means. They thought they will never ever do a job anywhere. And some of the kids, of course, were doing jobs in the big cities. Unfortunately, this is in Bundelkhand. It is more driven by drought-prone area and known for all the wrong reasons. But
Hmm.
God was kind. We went over there. We chose this land. We were very clear. We'll have one of the most modern factory in the organic field. And we set up the plant over there, realizing very well the kind of challenges we will have. Even today, if we have to make shipments, we have to go at least 50, 60 kilometers. The reason is the nearest big city is Jhansi.
अच्छा.
Okay. For even small things you have to buy, you have to go to Jhansi.
Hmm.
Okay. So those were the challenges for getting power. We were very clear we will not pollute the environment by using generator sets. We went for high tension power connection. Now that's a huge cost for a startup
Hmm.
like us. And even today, we pay through our nose the kind of electricity bill we have, because we need to have minimum 100 kW power connection, whether you use or not, the fixed power charges you have to pay. So these are the challenges. These are the, I would say the challenges we accepted thanks to the learnings we had from school and the parents, which again drives us to the point: business with a purpose, a business with a cause, supporting a cause. And that's where our tagline came: together, let's heal the world. People thought we are mad, but after seventh year of in our operations now, people realize whatever madness we had, we are literally able to walk the talk.
इट्स सो इनक्रेडिबल. आपने कैसे इस पूरी जर्नी को सीमलेसली एक पर्पस के साथ आपने ड्राइव किया. हम आजकल देख रहे हैं कि फैमिलीज में जिस तरीके की सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन नहीं है. व्हाट इज योर टेक ऑन दैट? हाउ कैन वी teach these lessons to our kids?
See, one thing is very clear: the kids nowadays, okay, they are born in a different era altogether.
Absolutely.
Okay, during our time, we did not had Google Baba. Okay, okay. So today, anything, everything, whether you like it or not, you tell your child or anyone. Even people who are in critical conditions going to a doctor, they became half the doctor using Google. I don't know if that is wrong or right. I'm not getting into that debate. But certainly, the kind of knowledge which is available with a click of a button is
Hmm.
having a lot of positive things also, but it comes up with a big riders also.
That's
You
true.
get what you are expecting from there, but you are
Absolutely.
not really getting what you should be doing future in life. For example, if I go to Google and say where best place to set up a plant, I'll get Delhi, Mumbai, all these big places which has the infrastructure and ready for it. But then as Krishan Gupta, I have to follow where my heart is. I have to follow what my thought process is. I suppose that's where kids are very, very smart. Monica, that's what I have realized. I don't have to teach any of my children anything. They are smarter than me. They understand what is good for them in their life. The more I tell them, the more they will get away from it. So I have to do what I'm doing. They are smart. They see me working 24 hours tirelessly, focusing on my mission. Building a brand is not easy.
Agreed.
Okay, it requires really, as I say, entrepreneurship is not simple. It's a alloy made of different qualities because every day you come up with a different challenge.
Welcome.
Okay, so kids are very, very smart. They see you 24 hours what you are doing, and they subconsciously learn the right things. And of course, it depends, of course, on the each child the way they would like to their life to be. And I'm very confident. I keep meeting smart kids during my interaction at different management colleges in and around the world, and I realize the guys are pretty smart, going in the right direction. They know today what they want to do, which was missing from me actually when I was a child. What I want to do, it was just becoming an engineer or a doctor. That's it.
Well said. Um, taking this little forward and trying to understand it a little more deeper, what has been the biggest highlight of your journey?
See, the biggest highlight of my journey is, when I started my first job at the this multinational company. I would say within a month or two, my senior, my boss, told me, Krishan, I can tell you today, you will soon, very, very soon, become managing director of a company.
Wow.
Okay.
And how old were you then?
I was 21, 22, something like that.
And he predicted and
He predicted that
oh, wow.
within, maybe a month or two of working. Okay. So that showed that time I had no idea what is managing director. I'll be very upfront. I was, college pass out, a trainee in a company. And then that's what made me literally, I'm telling you, operate like an entrepreneur from the day one. I suppose if I want one thing as a highlight in what I've done, I worked with many companies in India and across the world. I have never worked as an employee. I always worked as if I owned the business and took decisions irrespective of, I've never cared what boss will, think about it. I always cared what was good for the organization. And I suppose that is something I continue today. And that is where my journey from a employee to an entrepreneur was without any challenges because I continued working in the same fashion.
What is missing in the leaders today?
I would say there are amazing leaders, which are there in the country, and certainly there will be innumerable leaders which are there. But if you're talking about as a general thing, I would say again the business with a purpose approach is missing in many.
Okay.
It is more driven by valuations. It is more driven by it's a money driven business, which of course is great. It's not that organic wellness is not chasing money. We will chase, yes, but we are chasing. We want to be profitable. We will soon have a IPO coming up. We will have all the positives that a business needs. And today, absolutely, farmers and team is not there with me because it's a business with a purpose. They are with me because it's a business with a purpose and ticking the right boxes for a professional, successful business also. Okay. So my again take on this is the leader should be thinking little bit more about India as a country, Indians as a tribe, and of course driving business with a purpose because India needs many more organic wellnesses operating out for remote villages in our country. That's where it will really impact country as a whole.
I really like this angle that you're presenting here, that business with a purpose. We had an era where we had the likes of Tata's starting the businesses with a purpose and taking it to a scale where the businesses became next door, and we had applications across the country, across stratas. So can we have any business like this now? Can we have businesses like this thinking for the country? Because the context that we are presenting here is that the businesses are having very short runway nowadays, because of the fact that they're getting investors, and investor is chasing his ROI and his calculations, and this entire matrix increasingly is becoming so complicated, and you're losing the sight of what originally was your purpose of the business, because there are so many layers of confusion and lack of clarity that come in, and ultimately, even though you're doing a great business, but the larger impact that you would like to see is not happening. So how could we move towards this direction, positive direction, where we could have businesses like Tata's?
See, I was blessed to have met Mr. Ratan Tata. Of course, he's in a different planet now altogether, in a different place. But
Wow.
I had the luxury or the honor or privilege of meeting a couple of times, and he even awarded once for me for the best entrepreneur award in Thailand in Mumbai.
Wow.
And still, those couple of meetings I had with him, they touched me. A person of his stature,
Hmm.
as I always say, he is not Bharat Ratna, he is a global Ratna. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
the
Hmm.
guy, the person is definitely from a different planet. He was like a really avatar for the country like us. When you meet him, he had the humility. For
Hmm.
me, that's what the image I always carry about him. And organic wellness is not Tata's, but organic wellness in itself is trying to be a business with a real purpose. Really, authenticity is where our key is. Ethics and integrity is where our key is. We may make a mistake unknowingly. We will acknowledge, accept, and correct it. Okay, but the intent is very, very clear.
Wow.
The canvas is very, very large. We are talking about together, let's heal the world. People, as I again repeat, people initially thought, what the hell we are talking about? We are mad people. I said, yes, unless you think I'm mad, you will not realize what I am doing. Unless I operate from the remote village. And let me tell you again, coming to the remote village, I don't have any of the senior managers operating from there. I don't have
How
any
do you
of my
manage?
relatives working from there. Yes, I stationed myself there for 2 years. Okay, I was part of the system over there when because it was a greenfield project from a land which had nothing to grow on. Okay, that's where we started with. For the first 2 years, I was there with them. Now it is 100% managed by the local village team members.
That's
Most of
incredible.
them would not be even primary school pass, and we are making products meeting global standards, exporting to over 30 countries from there, including US, Canada, Europe, and Asia. So that's what really drives me initially. Yes, even today the challenges are there. Okay, because it's not that a business is without challenge. It's on auto mode. It will never be on auto mode because you are taking a different route altogether. Okay, but what really excites me is the kind of development, the kind of leadership I've seen, being groomed over there in the team members who themselves never thought they will ever do a job. Most of them were sitting below a tree playing some cards or playing their games or enjoying life the way we do in these remote villages, not even aware of the external scenarios.
Wow, it's incredible. So, could you share any lessons that you have learned from Sir Ratan Tata?
See, his life. For me, like Mr. Mukesh Ambani or Dhirubhai Ambani or Mr. Ratan Tata, they are really, Indians or India certainly should bow down to them for the kind of work they have done. Not in India, but they have projected India at the global stage. Okay, that's very, very clear. And for me, as far as Mr. Tata is concerned, you go see his history, the way he has, moved from India to a global leader in every aspect, and their focus is always trying to be number one in whichever field they were. And that's where we always talk in our thought process, in our company, in our business as organic wellness. Also, As organic wellness, we are in this field and we need to be number one. Not an easy task, comes with a lot of challenges, but the focus stays the same. Mr. Tata or Mr. Mani, they stay always in our vision because the thought process is if they can do it, why not we?
Incredible. So, any business lessons that you will share with us, looking at the processes that you have built over these years, where we can learn to create frugal processes, just-in-time processes, something on these things. If you could share your
I,
thoughts.
I will share with you a couple of practical examples.
Yes.
When we
Yes, please.
started, when we started organic wellness in this remote village, Babai. By the way, you are most welcome to visit the place. Okay.
We will love to
Okay.
visit.
And it's a life changing experience for many. And I had some of the auditors coming from Europe. When they come and visit the plant, they just bow their heads, salute us for the work what we're doing. Okay. And let me share with you now two or three, some of the practical examples.
Wonderful.
Initially, when we started the business over there, as always, people, we had some of the management graduates from, including IIM Ahmedabad, okay, recruited to manage the plant.
Oh, lovely.
Within 6 to 8 months, I realized this is not what this business, they can
Needs.
drive the business. So after 6, 8 months, automatically they moved on. And I thank them for moving on. The reason is this business required a different mindset. We gave the ownership to the locals. We have a machine coming from different parts of the world, including different parts of India. And first lesson I learned was do not worry at all. Let them have the ownership, trust them, and they will do it for you. So what we did, if there is a breakdown or anything, the first thing they had in their mind was to call me. I said, I don't have no idea I'm sitting in Gurgaon, nor I'm coming over there. I know you are the best. Speak to the engineer, speak to the person, you have the numbers, and you will be able to manage the breakdown of the machines. Believe me, the guy is sitting in, say, China or Taiwan or Hong Kong. That person has no idea about the local language, Bundelkhandi language. My friend sitting in my factory has no idea about Chinese or Taiwanese or other languages, but the language of machine is the same. They interacted very smartly with each other. And let me tell you, till date, I have no idea how my machines operate, how they get repaired. They are the best judge. Number two, I'll tell you a very interesting story.
Yes, please.
For them, laptop was something very, very new in the remote village.
Absolutely.
Where the
Unheard
internet,
of, right?
even internet is very, very poor. We hardly
Yes.
get it. Now, of course, we have a little bit better coverage, but still, internet is a pain in that area. Okay. So first laptop, we went over there. People asked what it is. I just laptop, use it. I put it on the table for people to use it. Okay, it's nothing to worry. It will not break unless you literally, break it. Okay, unless So we gave a lot of confidence. Finally, I handed over the laptop to one of the so-called supervisors over there.
Okay.
Okay, the guy will not take the laptop home for a couple of days. I asked one day, "Kya ho gaya? Why you are not taking this laptop home?" His friend told me, "Sir, ये डरता है कल ये रखा है इसने घर में और अब आप चलने लग गया तो ये कैसे रोकेगा?"
हाँ, कैसे रोकेगा?
मतलब सी द इनोसेंस लेवल।
Yes.
वो सोचा कि ये लैपटॉप चल के भी निकल जा सकता है रोबो की तरह कहीं पर। ओके, दैट वाज द इनोसेंस लेवल एंड टुडे most of my team members they operate on ERP systems.
Wow.
They write emails. They are the best purchase managers. They are the best operation managers. They are the best accountants. They are the best quality managers. This is what the lesson is. Trust your team
Trust.
members more than you. And you will be amazed. I don't have even CCTV cameras. You'll be amazed. I don't call them. If they need anything, they will call me. And now I go once or twice a year. Earlier, I used to go every month. The COVID taught me a lesson. Why the hell you have to go every month? What you do there except wasting there 2, 3 days of time? Okay, so now I go once or twice a year, or if I have a visitor, like I have a visitor coming from Saudi Arabia, so I'm there on 10th, 11th of January. So that's it. Otherwise, it's a plant which is run on literally or auto mode, managed by 100% local village team members. And we are running at the moment the plant in two shifts. And hopefully soon, with more business coming in, the plant will run round the corner, round the clock, and hopefully we'll go for expansion soon.